Good evening, everyone, and welcome to council. I'll declare the meeting in session. Not terribly long agenda this evening, but we do have an in-camera after. So let's get her started. Would someone like to move the approval of the agenda, please?
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
Second it.
Seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Counterminded?
Mr. Mayor, can I add something to the agenda now, or do I do it after? Should have done it before?
Should have done it before, yeah.
Okay.
Well, we can accommodate. What do you have there?
Okay, I just have a quick thing to sign on the Majestic Land, Hornbrook sign on Majestic Land. Just want to bring to people's attention something that was sent to me, so we could discuss
okay.
it probably at the end, or wherever you want to put it.
Okay, hold on now. Yeah, okay, we will add it there to the, if everyone's amenable?
Yep.
Yes?
And another one, can I add something? Sorry, update on Canada Day?
Yes, that is on,
Okay,
that'll be at the end, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Okey doke. Okay, minutes from May 31st. Would someone like to move the approval of the minutes? Thank you. Seconder?
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried. Any business arising? Oh, okay, go ahead.
I'm on a roll.
Yep.
I guess I just would like to know an update on the Steady Brook Water wastewater agreement. Like, where are we with that right now?
Mr. Charters?
We just had a kickoff meeting last week, so it just got started. It's about an 8-week process. The first step is to figure out if the city can actually accommodate the water that's required for Steady Brook. So once that's determined, we can move forward. But like I said, it just started last week, and it's about an 8-week turnaround.
Okay, sound good? Perfect. Okay, Councillor Granter, if you would, we have a standing offer for vehicle rentals.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Quotations were recently invited by the City of Corner Brook for the supply of rental vehicles on demand for a period of July the 4th, 2021 to July the 3rd, 2022. Daily, weekly, and monthly rates were requested for various vehicle types such as half-ton pickups, vans, and cars. The tender closed on June 16, 2021, and only one bid was received from Enterprise Car Rental Canada. Be it resolved that the Corner Brook City Council accept staff's recommendation to accept the quotation for vehicle rentals from Enterprise Car Rental Canada as stated in the attached document for the period of July the 4th, 2021 to July the 3rd, 2022 on a standing offer basis. So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
Seconded.
Seconded. Questions on this item? Pretty straightforward. This is an annual item, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'll call the question. All those in favor?
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried. Next, Councillor Carey, overhead door inspection.
The City of Corner Brook has requested bids for the overhead door inspection from on-city buildings on a standing offer basis. This is a 2-year contract from July 1st, 2021 to June 30th, 2023, and generally consists of inspection and maintenance on various overhead doors on municipal structures on an as-required basis. Tenders for the overhead door inspection maintenance service closed on June the 8th, 2021, with only one bid received from Western Lock for the price of $6,489.45, HST included. Therefore, be it resolved that the Council of the City of Corner Brook award the tender to Western Lock Incorporated for the tendered price of $6,489.45, HST included, for the overhead door inspection maintenance service. I so move, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Seconded. Thank you. Questions on this one? Again, pretty straightforward. Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried. Okay. Some good news. Councillor Chason, we have a change order for our asphalt paving program.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Numerous roads around Corner Brook are in need of intensive repair and new asphalt. There was an assessment completed by staff to determine a street rehabilitation program. The original contract bid came in under budget to utilize the full amount and to increase the number of roads to be repaired. The city has requested marine contractors to increase their quantities in their original contract. Attached is the scheduled quantities for and prices for detail. So the proposed motion, be it resolved that Council of Corner Brook approve change order number 1 between the owner, the City of Corner Brook, and the contractor Marine Contractor, Inc., for an increase in the contract price of $606,677.90, and that is HST included in that, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
So moved.
Thank you. Would someone like to second that? Seconded? Okay, any questions on this item?
So, Mr. Mayor, I guess the question is, or the facts are, that we're now going to spend $2 million on paving. Is that correct?
That's the total amount, right, Mr. Charters? Yes.
Which is really a good news story.
Yeah, so I guess for the benefit of everyone, we go to tender on our work. Depending on prices, we would have some additional budget available, so we can buy some additional asphalt and repairs at the same price. So we take advantage of that and max out our budget.
Quick question, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, go ahead.
Mr. Charters might be able to answer this. Where are we with regard to asphalt plants in the city, the marine contractors in this particular case, in getting their equipment up and running this year? Were they able to get it up earlier because of the better season that we had in the winter, spring than we were in previous years? Because it always comes down to, we may have the dollars to spend, but if the weather turns cold in the fall, then you got to shut the plant down, et cetera, et cetera. So where are we with regard to, in this particular case, marine, in the sense of their ability to get at city streets?
Director Bird may be able to help me out with this one. I do know they started the plants early because the roundabout was paved earlier than typically we would see in the city. I believe they're soon to be doing patching and getting along with that program and then get into the other work. But as far as I understand it, the asphalt plants are open and were open earlier than normal.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, yes, Councillor Chason?
Okay, it says here, an assessment completed by staff to determine a street rehabilitation program. Who determines and what streets get done?
Yep, and Mr.
I mean,
Charters?
I think it's staff, but
Yeah, it is. Yep, Mr. Charters can tell us all about it.
Typically what happens is we'll go out and undertake a study throughout the summer, really, and rate each road. So this year, we had one list that was verified, yes, these are the streets we need to do, and then we got the tender prices were lower, so we added 8 streets to that program. But that's typically how it's done. It's a very scientific process. There's pavement condition indexes, PCI numbers that we use to determine what streets fall in our priority list.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
okay, scientific process, would it matter if people are calling into the complaints line and asking to have their streets looked at? Would you look at it then, or are you just using science to decide which streets need to be done?
Typically, it's a data-driven decision. Some people don't understand when the road is degrading that we just can't pave it. For example, some roads that are vastly deteriorated, that means probably the road base is deteriorated, the pipes are deteriorated under the ground, so it's a much larger project, and we can't simply just pave it. So those are the types of issues that we have to deal with, but typically, it's a data-driven decision.
Yeah. Thank you.
I know,
Yes, go ahead.
Mr. Mayor, back a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago or something, we had a presentation done on how they pick what roads to be done,
Right,
what
that's
maintenance
right.
can be done on that, and maybe it's an idea, not now, but later on, to do it again for all the council, right?
Yeah, or something to share with the public, even better,
Yes,
right?
good.
Yeah,
But I guess to your point, though, about people,
Calling in,
complaints and things like
complaints
that, those issues, of course, like many issues, it definitely will put it on the radar of our staff to see if it needs evaluation.
okay,
So,
and that's, I guess, the answer I was looking for.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want the complaints line to
No,
not
no.
be factored into all the science that goes into determine how big the crack is in the road,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, that's right. So
Thank
it is,
you.
it is something about, we do, again, any complaint, whether it's a simple pothole or some other repair that's required, staff will typically evaluate it to figure out whether or not it's something we can prioritize this year.
Okay,
Right.
thank
If
you.
it wasn't on our radar and it comes in on the complaint line, absolutely staff
Okay,
would go get it.
and that's
But
where I
it
was,
doesn't necessarily mean it's bumped up on this.
yeah, there's a lot of people watching this tonight want to know if their street is actually going to be done if they complain, right?
I understand.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay, any other questions there before we vote? Okay, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried. Next, Experience Corner Brook Tourism Initiative. Councillor Buckle.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, the Tourism Division is working with the hotels in Corner Brook to roll out an incentive program. This initiative will help the hotels as well as other businesses and will provide a boost to the tourism after a prolonged period of slowdown. Details of the initiative are being finalized with the hoteliers. It is estimated that the initiative would require around $20,000 to accomplish this objective. Since this is newly thought initiative, no funding was provided in the city budget. As such, staff will need to create a new account for the Experience Corner Brook initiative. Due to the prevailing situation, the business division is in a position to support the initiative by providing the necessary funds. Accordingly, it is proposed that a sum of $25,000, comprising $20,000 expected costs of the initiative and $5,000 contingency to cover unforeseen costs, be transferred from the special projects budget account of business division to run this initiative. This being an interdepartmental transfer, there will not be any additional burden on the city overall finances. So, Mr. Mayor, be it resolved that the Council of City of Corner Brook approve the creation and reallocation of funds to the new Experience Corner Brook initiative. I so move.
Thank you. Would someone like to second that?
Second?
Thank you. Questions on this one?
Just one comment.
Go ahead.
I assume that this is being modeled, I know PEI recently did a similar probably type of initiative where the province actually stepped up to the plate and started supporting the tourism industry, and particularly some of the hotelier operations in terms of with an incentivizing program where there was some type of a smaller rebate
Right.
for individuals coming into the
Yeah, I think that's the case. Mr. Charters, something along those lines? Okay.
Good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, just a question, I guess, even though I probably should know the answer. Back in 2013, council at that particular time started discussing the room levy with the hotel.
Yes.
And here we are 8 years later, and we're still nowhere with it now. I happen to stay in Norris Point for a night at the hotel there, and I had to pay $4.95. So, I mean, there's still an opportunity here to try to garner funds to build into a tourism initiative, you know. So it's too
Absolutely.
bad that we haven't picked up on this yet.
We're almost there, I think.
We are?
Well, I think the problem is, of course, the city itself doesn't have the legislative authority
No.
to impose a levy. However, and of course, we do need that authority in order to get chain hotels to participate. Generally, they have a policy where they will only participate if they have to. Volunteer levies don't seem to work. And they would happily participate, is my understanding. We have been working on a legislative review process for our City Act over some time now, and I think we had a presentation with council a while back on that. And that's been progressing for a number of months, and I think, and if I'm not wrong, staff's opinion of that so far has been the most optimistic in some time, that there will actually be legislative change coming for the city, which would give us that ability, and you're right, Councillor, that would be a real boon and a pot of money to market. So most invest that back into
absolutely.
some kind of DMO project to market our city in particular. Of course, the $25,000 that we can probably free up tonight doesn't do that justice, but it would be an initiative, a targeted initiative for a boost this summer when we really need it, I think.
I think everywhere in the province, Mr. Mayor, somebody's collecting some revenue for that initiative, except here.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions on this one? Okay. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried. Next, we have a lease agreement. Councillor Staben.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. City of Corner Brook has recently reached an agreement with the operators of Forever Young Fitness Center for the space that they occupy at Civic Center. Previous agreement that was signed back in 2018 is set to expire on July 31st of this year. A new agreement for 2 years has been tentatively reached between staff and FYFC. There are no material changes to the agreement, however, the lease rate has been revised. Therefore, Mr. Mayor, the proposed motion is, be it resolved to approve the ratification of a 2-year lease agreement between the City of Cornbrook and Forever Young Fitness Centre for the annual lease payments of $62,191.07 plus HST for the first year. So moved.
Thank you. Would someone like to second that?
Second.
Thank you. Questions on this one?
Quick question, Mr. Mayor.
Go ahead.
The contract that's signed includes the cost of electricity, I do believe. Is there any way of breaking out the cost of electricity for that particular FYFC at the centre?
Yeah, Mr. Park? Oh, it hurts my eyes.
I'm gonna wait for the Zoom again before I can answer the question. There we go. Yeah, there is a sub-meter on that location, so we are able to track exactly what the electricity cost is for the Forever Young space.
Okay.
And do we know the annual cost roughly on a regular year? No, last year wasn't a regular year with COVID.
I don't have it. I don't have it here in front of me, but I would suggest it's probably it's about 10% of the lease cost.
Sorry, 10%?
About 10% of what the lease cost is.
Okay.
Yeah. In that neighborhood.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions there?
And I'll ask one more.
Go ahead.
There was no material changes to the contract. There were changes to the lease amount. Was that, and I know in the second year there's a 2% increase.
Yep.
What's the difference? Not necessarily in the dollar value, but was there an increase in the lease from the previous contract to this contract?
Yeah, it was a 2% increase in the lease agreement rate amount from the previous agreement to the first year, and then another 2% for the second year.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions on this one?
Just a comment, Mr. Mayor.
Go ahead.
2% is standard for everything at that centre.
Okay, thank you.
That's right. Okay? Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried. Councillor Saban, we have an agreement for our election management services.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. For the 2021 municipal election, Council approved proceedingly with vote by mail as an alternative voting option. In a regular Council meeting on April 26, 2021, Council approved sole sourcing election management services to DataFix. Staff have been working with DataFix to finalize details of the service agreement and are now bringing the agreement forward for Council approval as attached. The election management service contract will allow staff to proceed with the necessary preparations for the vote by mail portion of the election. DataFix will oversee voter registration for vote by mail, prepare and distribute vote by mail kits to voters, and provide other election services. The base contract price for election management service with DataFix is $23,450. The total cost of the project will be the base contract plus incremental costs of the vote by mail fulfillment. It is anticipated the full cost of the service will range anywhere between $35,000 to $40,000. Therefore, Mr. Mayor, be it proposed the motion, be it resolved to approve the execution of the agreement with Comprint Systems Incorporated, otherwise known as DataFix, for election management services for the 2021 municipal election at the total contract price of $23,450 plus HST and incremental costs of the VBM fulfillment. So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Would someone like to second that?
Second.
Thank you. Questions on this one?
Yes, Mr.
Oops.
Go ahead, Councillor.
Go ahead,
Me? You wanna
Councillor
go?
Chason. Yep.
No, sure. Is DataFix local? Is it a local company?
They're a big national, big,
Okay,
what? There you go.
Ontario-based. Okay. Go ahead.
Mr. Mayor, at least one question. The vote by mail kits that will be sent out, will they be going out to voters prior to the conclusion of the nomination period for those people that want to run for council? So when the vote by mail kits go out, there will be a complete list of potential candidates or people that put their name forward on that particular list.
That's my understanding, and
Yes, if they don't prepare them until nomination has closed.
Okay?
Yeah.
Thank you.
go ahead.
Is that going to be time enough for people to get it mailed back in?
That is, so yes, that's,
6
but all
weeks.
these stuff in the post, but they
How
haven't
many-
cut off dates and everything.
Yeah, how many, what is it, 5 weeks? 5 weeks from nomination till,
Yeah, about a month, yeah, about a month, isn't
A little bit better.
it? Yeah.
a little bit better, so that they'll be counted where? Where will the mail-in come back to?
They'll come back here.
Come back here? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Because it was an Ontario-based company, I didn't know if it went
Oh,
back, or you
no.
see where I'm going?
Yeah, I know what you're
mean,
saying, yeah.
it was going to fly all the way back cross-country, and it was going to come back.
I don't think the ballots physically ever go, like, they're just a company based on it.
Okay.
They manage the system that does all the
We all
computer
have,
stuff.
we all have memories of our provincial election and all of
Yeah.
the mail-in things, so I guess we're, it doesn't hurt to ask the question.
Oh, no, absolutely.
Right? Can I ask one more question?
Absolutely, go ahead.
What's an incremental cost? What would that entail? Because it says here, the cost of the service will be in the range of 35, but there was another cost associated with it.
Yeah, and I guess I'll explain, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but as I understand it, there is a base cost for the contract, but depending on the number of ballots that have to go out and the mailing
Number of
costs and
people that
such,
will vote.
that'll change the overall cost.
Okay, so it may not be 40 grand, it may be, if there's only, say, 150 that avail of it, then it would be less than, okay.
That's right.
I'm okay.
Which
So it's-
depends on the postage and everything else that
Yeah.
you use.
The number of
Yeah.
envelopes,
That's
et
right.
cetera.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Any other questions on this one?
Mr. Mayor, this is actually modeled fairly closely after what M&L had put out and what M&L are presenting in their public forums that they're having on the process. It's actually, when I was reading down through some of the information on it, it's fairly regimental in terms of the process that they're implementing and how they're implementing it and the control systems that are around it.
Yeah. I'm very proud, I'm very proud to say Marina and Jessica have really been leaders in this for the province and M&L as well. And I think we're in good stead for sure.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions? Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried. Before I forget, I want to, I pass on regrets from the deputy mayor. He couldn't be here this evening, so again, regrets from Deputy Mayor Griffin. Councillor Chason, we have some information again related to elections on advanced poll dates.
Yeah, sort of gives you a little butterfly in your belly when you start reading about election. It seems like the 4 years went very fast. Section 26, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Section 26 of the Municipal Election Act authorizes council to establish up to 2 advanced poll dates for municipal election. Advanced poll dates must be held within 2 weeks, 14 days prior to election day. Traditionally, council held 1 advanced poll. However, given the challenges with the pandemic, staff are recommending 2 advanced poll dates. The addition of an additional advanced poll day should help to improve the voter turnout and raise awareness. Additionally, it will help to streamline the crowd control and will allow for more efficient social distancing to keep with the COVID-19 guidelines. In accordance with the Act, the second advance poll date must be held on the Saturday immediately preceding Election Day, which would be September the 25th, 2021. The first advance poll date must be held prior to September the 25th, but no earlier than September the 14th. Staff is recommending holding the first advance poll on Tuesday, September the 21st. Advance poll shall be held at the Corner Brook Curling Club. Will be held at the Corner Brook Curling Club. Proposed motion, be it resolved in accordance with Section 26 of the Municipal Election Act to hold 2 advance polls for the 2021 municipal election on Tuesday, September the 21st, 2021, and Saturday, September the 25th, 2021, from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. I so move.
Thank you. Someone like to second that?
Second it, Mr. Mayor.
There you go, pick your choice. Any questions on this one? Yeah, this is the straightforward, we do this, I assume we do this every election, right? We have to set in our advanced poll dates?
Yeah, we only usually have one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got two. Yeah.
So the date, quick question, the dates there was no way of getting both of them on a Saturday. There was a reason in the provincial election that they had them on Saturdays because of the COVID, the pandemic, by having it on a work day.
Yeah.
It was believed that you would get an influx of people after the work day to go vote. So they had it on a Saturday because it would spread it out. More people, instead of going at, say, from 4 o'clock in the afternoon until 8 o'clock in the evening, the rush of people on advance, they had it on a Saturday, such that it spread all of those people that would be working throughout the week, throughout the day. So I just asked the question if 2 Saturdays would have been better than the Tuesday and the Saturday.
Yeah, and maybe, and I know that Marina and Jessica were looking at this, so Jessica, I don't know if you can share any.
Yeah, so the last advanced poll day would have to be the 25th. The first one could be anywhere between the 14th and the 25th. So if you wanted 2 Saturdays, you could ideally have it on the 18th and the 25th.
Right.
Which are weeks apart.
Pretty early.
I think, though, that, and as I understand it, logistical reasons to try and vary it, so you could have one on a weekend and one on a weekday,
Yeah.
to give people who have different schedules an opportunity. And as well, I think
Shift
resourcing.
workers, yeah.
And resourcing for city staff as well.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with it, Mr.
Yeah.
Mayor, just brought it up because obviously the reverse of what I just said is accurate too, because you could get those
Yeah.
people that are always working on Saturday and Sunday, they don't get a chance, wouldn't get a chance to get out, so.
That's right, yeah.
Tuesday would be fine as well, I just brought it up just for a point.
Yeah, for sure. Yes, go ahead.
Mr. Mayor, then I'm assuming, based on a Tuesday, that none of those poll locations will be in schools.
It's all at the Curly Club this
Curling
year.
Club.
So I think that's just going to be base camp, I think, for the election, right?
Yes, that's the election office.
Okay. Yeah, any other questions?
Thank you.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried. Excellent. Okay, Councillor Chason, you had a question about the Corner Brook sign.
Yeah, the sign on the Corner Brook sign on the lawn.
Yeah?
I had I guess an email from a very upset resident saying that he had he loves the sign, obviously, saying that he had passed the other day, but there were like a lot of children climbing up on top of the sign, and he's really concerned that, we spent money to put it there, it looks good in his mind, and he feels that we need to put something there to say no climbing on the sign. Not only can they beat it up, he was concerned that if kids fall off of it, that they could actually hurt themselves. So, I don't know, can we get a couple of signs erected over there, or?
And I don't know, I mean, Mr. Charters, that's something for maybe you or Mr. Burden to have a think about, maybe, and come up with some solution there.
But if you put a sign, it's almost like no trespassing sign. If you put a sign up, then if people do it, then at least.
Yeah, well, I guess there's nothing, I don't know if there's anything illegal there, but they might be
We don't want to
able
beaten up the sign either.
No,
It's like-
absolutely not, but I guess what I would suggest is staff to come up with some idea, if
Yeah.
the sign might be the best idea,
Yeah,
to look at that potential, because I have seen that as well.
and just bring awareness
Yeah.
to the adults who have their kids or their
Yes.
children in the, please don't let them climb up. It's a nice climbing place. I mean, it's beautiful when they get up there and it's nice and high, but, it's going to beat it up and somebody could easily get hurt. So that's what he wanted to know, if we could do something.
No, absolutely, good point. Thank you. Okay. And last but not least, I guess I want to provide some information on Canada Day. And, of course, that's been an item that's been in the news somewhat. Here at City Corner Brook, of course, we have 2 events, or 2 days that we mark on July 1st. Of course, here in Newfoundland is also Memorial Day, as well as Canada Day. And, of course, Memorial Day marks the sacrifice that happened at Beaumont Hamel. And we honor that. And typically we have a more reflective period in the morning and a more celebratory afternoon session. This year's Canada Day ceremonies are somewhat downplayed for 2 reasons. One is, of course, we have it's COVID And so some of the things that we would have typically, we might not be doing, like we wouldn't have concerts and things like that. But of course, there has been quite a bit of sad news coming out from the rest of the country regarding, again, our Indigenous brethren, and it seems that people aren't necessarily in the mood to have rah-rah parties. So we will be taking a bit of a scaled-back approach, but I will say that it is important for us to celebrate Canada Day in our own way. It's important for us to affirm our citizenship now more than ever. We are in a time where we need to come together as a collective, celebrate our shared virtues of inclusion and compassion and all these things that make us Canadian, and aspire to be better when it comes to the wrongs of the past or the present. And so, again, we will, very lucky, I guess, this year, we can do our flag raising, which we couldn't do this year. We will be doing our flag raising at 9 a.m. in Civic Square out front, so we'll invite people there. Of course, we will be encouraging social distancing and all those things. There will be a wreath-laying ceremony at the Bay of Islands War Memorial later in the morning. I believe the Legion are not asking people to come out for that again because of COVID, but it will be happening. And then, of course, July 1st we'll open the swimming pool at Margaret Bowater Park. The splash pad will be open. So the pool opens at 11 to 7 with our lifeguards. Our splash pad opens at 9 a.m. And while there won't be our normal bouncy castles and things like that, I'm sure it will be a fun day to celebrate at the park for families. As well, our Mill Whistler will be running at 11 to 6 that day. Rec staff are also putting off a virtual scavenger hunt. So look at our social media for that, a Canada Day scavenger hunt. We will be reserving our fireworks for a later date, potentially Corner Brook Day this year, but they will happen at some point when we're in the mood to really blow the roof off. So again, thank you to everyone. I know it's been a very emotional time for many of us, and you know what? It's a good thing that we are thinking about these things, and that we should be proud of our country and ourselves for taking, I guess, such an approach as a nation. So, with that, I have no other items on the agenda, so I will declare this meeting adjourned.